Working for free. So you've decided to work for free, right? Now, let's say that your skills and your skill set or whatever you're going to do is something that is extremely important. Okay, so we're going to do extremely important work for free versus maybe kind of extra. You know, it's not that it's not important, it's that it's just kind of, they could live without it. Okay, so what I mean by is as far as like maybe a featured background versus the cinematographer. Okay, so if we go first with this is, important work that you're doing for free. First thing is, if you're doing it for a friend, you've already built up a relationship with them. So if we go outwards and we say, okay, this is not for a friend, right? And this is for somebody that maybe you just saw on Facebook, or maybe you heard something about this project or whatever it is. When you're doing it for free, the first thing is, and actually goes for both of them, is that if you're doing something for free, that's on you, okay? That is your choice, your decision. Nobody is forcing you to do that, okay? And that's the first thing you just need to get off your plate and off your chest, is that you go, nope, I'm doing this for free. That's what it's going to be. It is one of the worst things that you can be around, and it's not good to have in your conscience when you're constantly, well, I should be making money to do that. Oh, you want this? Oh, I should be getting paid for that. If I'm going to go that far, you're either going 100% or you're going 0%. That's how you should be. If you want to be paid and you feel like your time is deserved of being paid, which it is, but in this case, they might not be able to pay you. So if you have chosen, yes, I want to do this, then do it with your whole heart, do it 100%, and try to make the best out of it. Why would you do something for free? The first thing is, you have nothing else, right? If you don't have anything else to go for, then this is what you're gonna do. I've worked on so many projects because I moved to a different state and nobody, knew me. Nobody knew what I was doing or what I was capable of. So I just went, okay, and I was earlier in my career, so I especially went, I need to get more things on my reel. I need to get more things under my belt. So I'm willing to do things for free. I'm willing to help out other artists and go forward with something that I do feel like I should be getting paid for, but you know what? I'm willing to work around it for this, right? So you say, I'm trying to network, I'm trying to do this, so I'm willing to help out, right? Another reason is you believe in the project. So if you actually see this project and you say, man, this is really, really good. This is something that I believe in, or I could see this would be really useful for me. And they can't afford you, or maybe they, something, whatever's going on, you cannot get in by means of getting paid to do your work. Make it worth it. That's one of those things and one of those situations where you really want to do your best because you are doing it for free. So you're only going to get out what you put into it. And if you are not getting paid to do it, then you really want it to work, because otherwise you have absolutely wasted your time, or it's just another thing that's on your belt. Once you get to a certain level where you have enough demo reel to show your work and show what you do, it becomes very hard to have a reason to do something for free. On the flip side, if you're offering a project for free, okay, and you want somebody to come in to do something for you for free, you need to be thinking the same thing. I need to make this worth it. This is not just for me, this is for them as well, because if they were getting paid, that's a different story. If it fails, at least they got some money out of it. But if they don't, you need to respect their time and them as an artist. You want to be respected as an artist. You want help. You want people to take you seriously. You need to take them seriously. Now, if it is a very vital thing like cinematography, right? You're doing this for free, which means you now have more input than if you were doing this for getting paid. Now, the reason I say this is because if you were getting paid, you'd be getting something out of this, correct? So if it wasn't to go well, there's no problems here, right? It's, okay, well, that sucked. That didn't work like I wanted to, but that's fine. Whereas if you're not, you as the director now going, well, you're doing this for me. This is my project. This is my thing. So this is how it all goes. You're just being an asshole. They're doing this for something. And if they're sitting here and they come up with an idea, it turns into a project that you no longer can hoard over. That's what payment is for. That's what so many people don't understand when they try to get people on their projects. Especially, I've seen it with a lot of businesses where they say, oh, well, if you come in and do this, then, and it's for this, discounted rate, or if it's for free, I still get to make the decision, right? No, you're going to get what you pay for. So if you bring me onto a project and you are not going to pay me, then that means that the only payment I'm going to receive for this project at all is going to be with the success of this project. So if that's how it's going to be, then I need to be an avid member in making sure that this is going to succeed, which means that me and my skills need to be taken seriously to go forward with this, right? Especially if I have those set skills. Now the person on the other side needs to accept that, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you are offering this and you can't afford them, and they're willing to graciously come in and help you, right? And be a part of that, get your ego, kick it out of the door, right? Because you have not paid them to be able to just sit down and go, yes sir, yes ma'am, okay, whatever you want, I will do whatever you want to do, whatever your choice is. You haven't paid for it. You get what you pay for. If you do a discounted rate, and here's one of the biggest reasons that people get upset about free work and doing things for free or doing things for a discounted rate that others don't understand. They don't get it. Because when you think about it, if you were to come into like a JCPenney store and you go, all right, there's a 10% off here, you're not getting the top of the line quality for 10% off. You're getting these clothes for 10% off, which are in a lower brand, a lower thing. You're getting what you paid for. You look at the deal and say, okay, this is worth it, this is valuable, this is what it is, and you understand what you walk in on. Yet instead, it happens to artists so many times where somebody will hire this artist and the artist will say, okay, you know what, I will discount the rate. And they expect to be getting this level of work and this much out of it, and whatever they say, now this artist is at their whim when they're paying for that 10%. So in JCPenney it makes sense, but to you as an artist, because you're a person, and I feel like I can negotiate you better, and I don't truly understand the value that you're bringing to the table, that means that I get whatever I want, however I want it, even at this discounted rate. No, you don't. You get what you pay for. So that's another thing. If they brought them in for free, the truth is sometimes, especially in like commercial situations or things like that, if it's in for free, sometimes the artist will say, I want to own this work. So they're leasing it to you. They're letting you use it, but it's technically theirs. You don't own somebody's work until they either give it to you or you pay for it. But that's how these kind of things work. So understanding the relationship of working for free. When you work for free, you as the artist need to understand what relationship you want to give them, right? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to give away everything? Because if you are, they will take everything. They really will. And they're not going to feel the least bit bad about it at all. So have that on your mind. Do I really want to just hand this over? Well, I'm not going to get another opportunity. Yes, you will. You will totally get another opportunity. And especially the more that you stand up for yourself and the more that you set yourself apart with professionalism, those who were going to take from you, those who were going to fuck you over, those who were going to do wrong to you, won't hire you. They won't deal with it until you fall for their trap. But those who will, right, will see that and they'll appreciate it. So if you want to be appreciated, you need to be able to be appreciated. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to stand up for what you believe in. You need to stand up for your work. If you're not going to stand up for your work, nobody is. And if you're not going to stand in the way and say, nope, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to let you do that to me, they're going to walk all over you. But at the same point, have value in the other people as well, those that are trying. If there is somebody who is going to take advantage of you, that's a different situation. If they have money, but they don't want to pay, that's different. But if they have no money and they're working their fucking ass off, now if they have no money and they're like smoking joints and sitting back and just kind of goofing off and playing around, that's a waste of time, that's a waste of energy. And you can see a real artist from a fake artist pretty quickly, especially if you look at them. So you need to look at them with that business sense, because just because they're your friend, just because they're your homie, just because they mean something to you or their family, doesn't mean that they're going to help you in business. And in fact, you might be wasting your time. Whereas somebody else who you don't know, who you might have just walked into, or start looking around at artists. Honestly, most people in this industry, they treat themselves like they act like rich people. Rich people, just to give like a little lesson, rich people only know who rich people know, and it only matters if you know so and so, so and so and so and so and so and so. They don't normally, and especially the ones that I've been around, they don't go for the people that are best for the job. They go for whoever they know that can do the job. But it's that thing of they know. Hollywood is an inside business. It's a small town. You have to be in that business to be able to work in that business, to be able to do anything in that business. You have to already be in. So somebody has to know you. And people talk, so you have to It's not about who does best, who does the best work, who is the best person for this, who will make the best product. It's not about that. It's about, who do I know that can do this? Oh, this needs to happen? Oh, I know Joey. Or, hey, do you know anybody? Oh, I know, Samantha. That's who gets the job in this industry and in the way that things are going, right? So you as filmmakers learn from film school how to make movies as per Hollywood. So you treat it like that, which means you lose out on massive amounts of quality when you need that quality. You need that uniqueness. You need that charm. You need that extra oomph. Because why? Because you're not in Hollywood. So you're playing Hollywood's game outside of Hollywood. That is like, just to put it in perspective, that is like sitting at the small kids table and acting like you're the adults at the big table and thinking that you're doing something and thinking that you're really having those big grown-up conversations. Ain't nobody taking you seriously. Nobody's paying attention to you. In fact, you guys are over there and everybody's just glad that you're over there and you're not screaming and yelling and kicking and doing all that kind of stuff, because then they'd have to turn their attention on you. Well, you want attention, right? This is a business of getting attention. So instead of acting like you're something that you're not, because you're just not. You don't have the money, you don't have the connections, you don't have the stuff. You're just not. It's not about your skills. It's just about you don't have it. So how do you do that? Start kicking and screaming, dude. Honestly, start kicking and screaming, start making a fucking tantrum, start making something happen so that all the adults at the table who only focus on the adults, who only focus on what the adults are talking about, have to turn to you. And that is how you will find out how to get them to know you. And once they know you, you can get a spot at that table. But they gotta know you first. So doing things for free, in moral of the whole episode and the whole talking right now, when you do things for free, you need to do them for a reason. You need to study, you need to pay attention, you need to look up who you're doing it for, you need to understand that you're doing it for a business move. It needs to make business sense. Doing things for free is not wrong, right? Offering things for free is not wrong, unless you are doing something wrong. And doing something wrong could be as naive as not taking it seriously and wasting someone's time. And it can be as methodical and premeditative as purposely trying to mess with somebody or steal from somebody. That kind of thing happens too. So be aware. Start looking outside the box. Stop acting like you're in Hollywood when you're not in Hollywood. And start kicking up a fuss. Start making something happen so that Hollywood has to look at you, and do it with each other. Find artists that have the same mindset or learn the same mindset, or you can convince to have that same mindset to do it with you. And you will grow so much faster, so much quicker, so much better. And you will get to where you're looking to go. Think about it.